I laid before Parliament supplementary expenditure under Schedule 1 for financial year 2023-24, amounting to Uganda shillings 3.5 trillion as follows. Part 1 within 3%, 1.574 trillion, and Part 2 that requires prior approval by Parliament of 1.926 trillion. In addition, my ministry has issued statutory revisions amounting to Uganda shillings 3.393 trillion. Mr. Chair and colleagues, the drivers for this supplementary and statutory expenditure are the following. 1. Payment of the domestic debt obligations to Bank of Uganda amounting to 2 trillion. As at June 2023, government owed the central bank Uganda shillings 4.8 trillion, which had accumulated from financial year 2019-20. Now that the economy is recovering and given the prevailing macroeconomic conditions, it is important that the government pays off its obligation to the central bank.
What you have only to do here is to justify the need. What you have only done, like the last one, is you have agreed that there is no justification for that money, not withdrawing.
The total supplementary request that they are presenting to this committee is 3.5 plus 3.393, which amounts to about 7.2 trillion. And yet they only have 3.9 trillion on page 19. So there's a shortfall. There's a shortfall of almost 3 trillion that the ministry will have to find. I wish they could state that clearly so that we know the extent of the problem.
A supplementary approval of 3.5 trillion. Among your issues there, of course the funding has to come in. Some of them are already self-funding. They are resource neutral. So if you are going to request for a borrowing to fund that supplementary, then it should not be beyond the required amount as per the schedule. So can you now clean up your document and come with a figure that is to be funded by the borrowing?
3.569. Included in there is an obligation by Bank of Uganda. Now, when you net that off, the difference remains about 1.6 trillion, vis-a-vis the 3.5, which we are looking for.
Download the app on App Store or Google Play Store now. Vision Digital Experience, the future of media.